Hello there, everybody, and today I'm here to talk about Beavis and Butthead Season 3, episodes, I think, 5 and 6. So, Season 3 has been a pretty good run so far. It still has the typical Beavis and Butthead shenanigans still, but this time, I forget what the episode's called. I think this episode's where Beavis and Butthead mistaken a pepper spray for being perfume. They steal it from a cop who was presenting himself in front of the class, but of course Beavis and Butthead end up spraying themselves with pepper spray. By the way, side note, never spray yourself with pepper spray. It is painful, and not that I've experienced it, but just so you know, just don't do that. Just don't be Beavis and Butthead. But they like the scent of it, so they end up just keep spraying themselves multiple times in the eyes. I'm wondering, how did they not become blind? Because like in Do the Universe, where they were looking into the sun with the telescope, they ended up losing their eyeballs. And it's just like, ooh, it looks painful. But the duo decided to go to the mall and try to get more of it. But when they run out, they end up going to a perfume spot area in the mall, and the lady sprays them with actual perfume, and they think it sucks. So they decide to just put the pepper spray in a microwave at some pretzel store at the mall, and they end up blowing up the microwave, causing the cops to show up and spraying the duo with even more pepper spray. But this episode was definitely funny. Just enjoy seeing Beavis and Butthead just do a bunch of stupid things, and then it catches up to them at the end of the episode. But the next episode is where we see old Beavis and Butthead. This is where they're going for the daily grind until they see a giant couch come out of nowhere, and their neighbor who constantly slaps Beavis and Butthead for thinking they're hitting on her. She ends up being happy that Beavis and Butthead might be moving away, but it turns out they're not. They're just trying to move their new couch. And so they bring the couch all the way upstairs, but it fails. And so they decide to use a rope on each other, but Beavis ends up accidentally getting stuck on the rail, with Butthead accidentally tying himself up. And Beavis ends up trying to get pulled off the rail. And it actually looks painful. I couldn't imagine being stuck to that. And of course, Beavis falls off. And they have to find a new strategy to move it. But the things they do just don't work out. And it was even funnier than basically figuring out that they could just pick it up, carry it all the way to their main room, but instead of going to their apartment, they go to the lady's apartment, and the couch is already destroyed, and they end up squashing all her stuff and just smashing everything, and then they realize they're in the wrong house, and so they take it all the way back to their apartment, and they decide to sit as the girl ends up showing back up with her friends. And they realize their house is trashed. I forgot to also mention the couch also squashed Beavis while he was trying to carry it earlier in the episode. But yeah, this episode was definitely funny. It was just Beavis and Butthead finding a new couch and just trying to find somewhere to move it. But we do get some reactions they do, where they react to a few music videos, and they even watch a Paranormal Activity video. And to make fun of the guy in the video, which I thought was funny. But yeah, these episodes were definitely fun. Not my favorite. They're just typical fun episodes. I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. I don't know what the next episode is. I think it's called Nuts. I'm pretty sure. This is where Beavis gets stung by bees, I'm guessing, from what we saw in the trailer. But we'll have to wait and see. But the main thing I want to point out is, I've mentioned this before, but I really hope this season does get on Paramount+. I don't know why they're just keeping it on cable. I don't know if they're trying to make people watch the show less, or they're trying to encourage people to get cable just to watch this season. But it's weird that they're putting South Park on Paramount+, but not this season. It's just weird. And it's weird I had to buy this Comedy Central just to watch this show since my parents still have cable. But anyway, I hope the rest of this season goes well. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time.